Hey guys, welcome back to Z World News. Here to give you an update on what's going on in the South China Sea. You have Australia preparing for war with China. So according to this article. Now, you're going to hear the word Quad. If you never heard of that word, it's a union of 4 countries. You have India, Australia, Japan, and the US becoming like the NATO of the East. Basically, it's meant to contain China. As what NATO is to Russia to contain Russia, this grouping is becoming slowly the NATO of the East. So let me go to get started with the article. It's from the Eurasian Times. India's Quad ally Australia preparing for a possible showdown with China, revamps military infra. Amid its worsening ties with China, India's Quad ally Australia plans to improve its military presence in its northern territory facing the Indo-Pacific in a bid to ready itself for a warlike situation. Australia's Prime Minister Scott Morrison announced on April 28 that his government will spend about $580 million to upgrade 4 northern military bases and expand war games with the United States. The funds are a part of the $186.5 billion investment the Australian government has pledged for increasing the nation's long strike capabilities over the next 10 years, as reported by Eurasian Times. No other country in the world, not even Taiwan, Japan, or South Korea, are talking about the possibility of war with China except Australia. Experts talking to The Guardian said. Peter Dutton, the Australian Defence Minister, and his key aide, Michael Pishula, have theorized the risk of war with China for quite some time, drawing the ire of Beijing. The Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman, Xiao Lijian, said some individual politicians in Australia were making extremely irresponsible statements that incite confrontation and hype up threat of war. These people are the real troublemakers, he said. China-Australia relations have nosedived in the past couple of years, with their latter raising security concerns about China's 5G network and criticizing Beijing's policies in Hong Kong. With the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, their relations hit a new low, with China responding angrily to the Australian government's call for an independent investigation into the cause of the pandemic. The matter also led to a spate of tariffs from both sides, despite China being Australia's biggest trade partner. Things got ugly last week when Australia's federal government overruled the Victoria State's decision to join the Belt and Road Initiative, Chinese President Xi Jinping's geostrategic project for the Asia-Pacific. The decision led to a diplomatic standoff with Australia top officials stating that the Taiwan conflict could lead to war. Earlier this week, Defense Minister Peter Dutton had said that Australia should turn its attention to nearer shores amid the Chinese militarization of the region's ports, while Home Affairs Department Secretary Mike Pishulu had said that liberal democracies must brace for war. In face of aggression, Chinese actions in the Indo-Pacific, the Quad is projected as a liberal alliance between leading democratic powers in the region, India, Japan, Australia, and the US. More than a decade ago, Australia had left the grouping, but after the East Asia Summit in 2017, the Quad members agreed to revive it with the goal of a free and open Indo-Pacific, or FOIP. Quad also has increased bilateral cooperations between its members. Australia is planning to build new training facilities for joint military drills with the US in its northern territory. Additionally, an airstrip will be lengthened to support large aircraft, and firing ranges will be overhauled. With the upgrades, Australia's long strike capacity might be able to reach the disputed South China Sea from its northern territory. The upgrades are set to be finished by 2026, while the next biennial war games with the US will happen in August. Okay, so that's the end of the article. If you do follow this channel, you are aware that Britain is sending an armada of warships to the South China Sea after they visit the Black Sea. So they're going as a show of support to these countries. And most of these countries also belong to the Five Eyes nations. So that's going to be interesting if more countries are going to be joining this Quad group. So I'll keep you posted on anything that is occurring in that region. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of the next updates. Okay? See you in the next episode.